All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Welcome to another episode of Curated Conversations. I'm sitting here with the one and only DJ JERREN. What up, man? Welcome. Welcome to the couch. How you feeling today, man?
I feel great.
Good? Feel good, look good, vibing. Well, glad you're on, man. I'm so excited for people to get to know you a little bit more. I've known you for a while, since high school.
15 years, at least, something like that.
Man, it's been a long time, and I'm so glad to see you where you're at now, just in life with your family, career-wise. You're rocking with us, you're our sales director. But I want people to get to know you as a DJ, man, and who you are. But originally, where you from? Jersey, right? You from Jersey?
Originally from Trinidad.
You was
born in Trinidad.
Okay.
You know, so strong accent. Came up to New Jersey actually when I was 7. So it's kind of funny. Like when people ask me where I'm from, it depends on like who I'm talking to in the moment, what state I'm in. Because if from here, I tell people from Jersey because lived in Trinidad for 7 years, born there, then lived in Jersey till middle school, and that's when I moved down here. Wow. And that was around 2005. And stayed here through 8th grade, went to high school, Mariner. That's how we met. And went back to Jersey like a year after high school. So 2011-ish. Okay. And I stayed there for another like 8 years.
What was it? Wait, hold on. What was it like growing up in Trinidad till you're 7? Yeah. What was that? Do you remember?
I remember bits and pieces because I remember just playing, just being free, like no shoes on. I wear no shoes all the time. Just be outside in the road running. Like I understood like running track with no shoes. Like, cleats was a luxury. You know what I'm saying? So I was used to racing people barefoot, playing in the dirt in the backyard.
What's the soundtrack? As you think back till 7 years old, what songs, what vibes are playing in your head as you think back to those memories?
It's just straight soca around the house. Soca all day, Bougie Bantan, Masha Montano. What's funny is American like artists I actually knew wasn't really even American, like Jennifer Lopez. I remember Waiting for Tonight. Like,
Waiting for Tonight.
Those type of days I remember, you know. Michael Jordan was like the only sports person I really knew outside of like all cricket and soccer.
The track athletes.
Track, soccer, and cricket. That's what I knew. Like I didn't know basketball. I knew American football. Yeah. Football to me was soccer.
Who was your first like favorite artist?
Artist?
Do you remember like poster on the wall type of thing? Like who was your first like
Beanie Man?
Beanie Man? Oh nah.
And Masha Montano. That was my two right there.
Dang, man.
And you know, that's not people that a lot of people know them now, but they didn't become mainstream in the States until like early 2000s. Remember that dancehall era? That's kind of when people really started knowing about Beanie Man in America. And
I remember growing up in Jamaica, Queens, hearing, you know, hits I kill it.
That was different. That was a different era right there. You know those basement Caribbean parties? Hit different.
Boshmans?
Yep, you already know.
So, all right. So, from Trinidad to Jersey, was there a culture shock? Like, how did that?
Yeah. When I got off that plane at JFK, bro, it was cold.
You got off at JFK. So
it was cold.
You smelled the air. It smelled different.
I remember the day to this day. It was April 24th, 1999, and it was cold. Mind you, I think it was like 40 degrees, but I've been living by the equator my whole life. So, you know, it was a big difference. And, you know, my aunt and uncles, I remember them being at the airport and they had jackets for us. I'm like, I need a jacket for it. And I immediately understood why. Because you're like, all right, when you go outside, you're going to feel a whole different life. And, man, it was completely different. The schooling was different for me. The way people talk. You know, I had a strong accent, but I still have that accent once I'm talking to my family. Yeah. It's like this automatic switch. I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah. It's just literally, as soon as I hear it, my mom called me right now, it comes out. It's crazy. So, you know, talking different, got made fun of a little bit, you know, in elementary school and stuff.
That makes you who you are. It's great.
But that's at the sun. I'm in sports. Sports is where people stopped making fun of me. You know, I had to,
okay, so what was your musical experience when you got here? I mean, you moved so you got East Coast. Like, what happened now?
So I immediately got influenced through family. You know, so my sisters were right into that middle school, high school era right away. You know, my cousins that lived here, I'm very close to my family. So, you know, my uncles are DJs. So being around them, my family 24, like every weekend was always with family, either a barbecue or some holiday, or just because they live a mile away, we just chill.
You have a deep connection to music. I could tell. I remember during COVID, you know, I was DJing in my bedroom and live streaming, and you were, you know, you and wifey
that
were
was such a good
locked
time, man.
in every week, and you would just be like throwing out songs. I'm like, yo, that's a good song. I'm gonna play that. You like, and then I drop something that I don't think anyone knows, and then you're like, oh, I know that, and you'll name the whole song. Like, where does that? I mean, that.
Honestly, my whole life. That's one of my ultimate like lifetime passions is music and just being around the influence of my family and the way we connect through music. You know, that was always one of our ways to let loose and forget about life. You know, no matter what you're going through in the world, music and getting together and family was like the foundation that brought us happiness again, to just forget and enjoy life. Yeah. And that's always stood with me to this day. That's carried a passion and a light for me to take it to the next level.
Yeah, you could tell, man. And you've even you've grown the reputation with the team of the remix god right now. And it seems like you have a really cool ability to find music. You have this really rich collection of music. Like, where does that come from? You just always find it. Like, you just find stuff that I'm like, how do you know about?
You know what? I've always collected music on a hard drive or just throughout my whole life, even as a kid. You know, just following my uncles around. Like, I'll be like, what song is that? And then like, I remember I'll write it down back in the days when there was no like hard drive. It's just like USB stick, or I'm burning CDs. Yeah. LimeWire days. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've literally collected music for like ever since I was little. And
but what I love about you though, I've watched you, is that you like to play things and then see, like, I really can tell you like to look for the reaction and see what you did to someone.
That. Oh, I love that.
Even when I'm around, I feel like you'll play something.
Oh, I'll give you that look. I'll be like, yeah, you know what time it is.
It's like this evil look of like, I know you like this song.
Yep. Like, I'm gonna kid you with the, you know, the regular version of it first, and then show you a remix version of it. Cause I was the UX guy, man. Like, being in the car, going somewhere, or at a house party. Let me get that aux cord. Let me get that Bluetooth.
What you saying? You saying aux cord?
Yeah, that aux cord. Aux cord.
That's that Trinity.
That's that Trinity. That's what it is.
You said it twice. I can't let it go a third time. No, man, it's really dope, man. And then you have this, you know, very, very unmatched energy that I see from you. That like where'd you get that energy? Have you always been on that level? I feel like since I've known you.
I've always been that person. I like to be the life of the party and hype people up, and that's actually what I got most spirited.
Right after me.
I got most spirited and loudest. Like, I was just naturally loud, and I make sure people know I'm there.
Yeah, when you're in the room, people know you're there.
You know, how many times, like, even you're like, yo, you a little loud. Like,
well, because you have this way of you slowly get there.
Yeah, and I read the room first, and I'm like, let me just be me, like. And then you're like, you bring me back to.
But I'm loud too. So if I ever feel
that's funny. That's
if
what
I ever feel like you're being loud, I'm like, oh, then we're loud.
Yeah,
because I'll talk, you'll go, and
I know that says a lot for you to say, because it's like you're naturally loud too. So for you to limit me on my volume, that's how I know.
Where do you feel like that comes out at events you do, man? Like that personality, that ability. Like, where do you feel like that plays itself out when you're at a gig?
Honestly, you know, when it's like a wedding, for instance, I'm reading the room from ceremony, which is very hard to do because obviously no one's like in a party mood at that time. But I'm reading everybody. I'm like, okay,
Calculating.
yeah, calculating like what kind of night I might have here, or how I can hit some audibles and read the room, you know. So by the time introductions are happening now, I have a better sense now, because I'm playing music from the time they come in, like just entering the ballroom. So that gives me some perspective as to who vibing already, like who ready to party. So by the time post dinner comes now and it's time to rock and roll, like I already know what kind of show I'm about to put on. So
Yeah,
that literally helps me prepare for the night.
One of the things I love doing is, especially like during intros, I say, let's make some noise. I find the table that's the loudest. I walk over there and say, "Oh, this is the party table, right?"
I started doing that.
This is the party table, isn't it?
Oh, I'm like, okay.
And what you're doing is you're already getting the dance floor. Now the party table is invested.
Yeah.
And now they have a pressure because now they're the party table. And so you, as a DJ, it's like, don't ever waste a moment. Even at ceremony, what can you do to start getting people ready?
Yeah.
To start researching. Go talk to Uncle Bob over there. Yo, Uncle Bob, man. He's like, hey, what's up? You're the DJ?
That's always
man.
what
Hey,
it
Bob,
is.
what's gonna get you dancing tonight, man? Oh, you gotta play me some Bruce Springsteen.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right,
That's
cool.
exactly what I'm always catching myself doing. Like this wedding I did not too long ago in Sarasota, I was actually just introducing myself while I was setting up for ceremony, and it was actually the father of the bride, and Dominican dude from New York, and we just started vibing off the rip. So, you know, just talking to him, getting a vibe from him, seeing who the party animals are in the family, who I should call out. He was giving me all the insight. So come party time, I was ready.
Come on.
I had all the information I needed, and it turned out to be like arguably one of my most successful like weddings ever.
I bet you have that inside information that we're trying to get from the couple. But when Uncle tells you, or when the father of the bride, that's like valuable because they're giving you like insider. Like,
ironically, Dan was there.
See, you know, the camera
Dan
guy,
was there, yeah.
the cameraman. But no, man, and your IQ, your emotional IQ to like understand people is there. There's so many dope things. Even you on the mic, like, what do you feel like is your favorite part of doing this thing, man?
Favorite part?
Yeah, one of your favorite parts of aspects of rocking weddings, man.
People's reaction. You know, the experience they literally are walking away from with it, you know, is definitely what I strive for. That keeps me doing this is giving people that ultimate experience and energy that they're definitely dreamt of almost their whole life for this day, you know. So whether it's a wedding or event, party, I literally love and strive off of people's reaction. You know, I'm a crowd pleaser. So that's my biggest happiness walking away from each and every gig, literally.
Man, can you remember a reaction that you got, that you loved the most from a past client, that like they just told you something about what you did that you're just like, damn, that's worth it?
This one couple actually, it was in Miami, and it was like 250 people. Big, huge Arabic family on one side, and they gave me a bunch of Arabic music last minute. They were like, hey, they're all party animals. Start them off with this, and then you can transform into all your hip hop and reggae, soca. They love all that. I'm like, all right. So I didn't really listen to the Arabic music because obviously I don't understand it, you know, but once I started playing it and feeling it, I was reading the room, and like I was listening to headphones to the next one I want to bring in just based on like BPM and stuff. And I was like, okay, they know how to party. So I started doing that for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I got lost in it. They had to tell me, hey, you can actually start playing other music if you want. Like, you don't have to keep catering to us. But they were wilding. So it was such a good night, man. And I remember their reactions from that, saying, like, I remember I told you I had some referrals from it. They wanted to fly me out to like Toronto and and I was busy that week because that's one of my boys getting married that weekend, so I couldn't do it. But it was such a great event, man. Great reviews. A lot of the groom's friends are producers and DJs, and they're from New York too. So they're like, hey, you put on the show and planting the seed for a lot of guys in the industry right now. So that was a big moment for me to, and he was like, you pleased them. Like, they were very happy with everything you did tonight. So It was a great night, man. That was one to remember for sure.
Man, no, I love it. So when you think of this thing called DJing and what you do, like what's your big motivation? Like what's the inspiration to you, things that keep you going?
Family, just the ultimate passion of music. It's literally music, man, is the ultimate love language that you can speak to any culture, no matter where you're from in the world, no matter what you're going through in life. Music is the one thing that can literally, everybody can drop everything, all feelings, all emotions, all drama, and music can bring people together. And just knowing that, what it's always done for me in my life, how it's brought my family together, kept my family together in good moments and in bad. There's no failure to it. Like music is just the ultimate love language and cure for anything. Yeah. So that's kind of what pushes me every single day, is that the look on people's faces, man, their ultimate feeling of walking away from the party they just had or the celebration they just went through, and I was a part of it to make that the best day for them. Nothing tops that. Nothing tops
man. That's
that.
beautiful. All right, before we get out of here, I have a very important question. I'm gonna put you on the spot, and you better answer it. Top 5 favorite rappers. Top 5 favorite artists. Sorry, let me go.
Artists.
Top 5 favorite artists, dead or alive.
Ooh, okay.
No order.
No order. Andre 3000.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Safe.
No order. Don't.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You put Michael and not Prince in there. Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, I think I'm a different era. Just to answer what you're saying, I think if you're more in that 80s era,
yeah,
you're probably gonna say Prince over Michael. If you talk to a 90s baby, you might catch him saying Michael Jackson more.
That's true.
That's just my logic, or just based on
how old were you?
How big of a difference
how
of that
old were
decade
you
was
when they were at their peak?
Yeah, and I think you'll get a lot of Prince out of 80s babies more than 90s.
Yeah. So Andre, Michael,
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
You got one more then.
You said artists, not rappers.
You got one more slot.
Sheesh.
So you put 3 rappers and Michael.
Machel Montano.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big influence in my life.
I love it.
That was a tough one. You put me on the spot.
No, it did.
That 5 might get altered if I had more time, but
it lets me know where you are. But
that 5 was crucial into my life.
But before we get out of here, man, anything that you feel like, any potential couple watching needs to know about you and needs to know about DJ JERREN, anything?
If one thing they need to know, if one thing you're worried about is your family having a good time, or if the energy will be there, if the DJ might interact with the crowd, that's the least thing you got to worry about with me, because I'm gonna bring that. I'm all about energy. I'm all about the vibes. I'm just there to have a good time, and this isn't a job for me.
Yeah,
this is me literally making sure you're having the time of your life, and by that happening, it's happening for me too. So
yeah, seeing you have fun at weddings is funny. I get clips back from it. This man's out there with y'all, just raging, hyping y'all up,
especially in that last hour when people sort of know what time it ends. Man, I love just getting the reaction out of people and transitioning faster out of music and taking them to places that they didn't even imagine the night was gonna go musically, and just shocking them with transitions and seeing their reactions. Their reaction, I love reading the room, and I love just hitting them with stuff they're not used to, but will definitely get them moving.
Yeah.
And man, that's my ultimate goal, man. It's just have a good time, and that's what I want for my couples. I want my couples to build a relationship with me. So I want to build with them.
Yeah.
So it's not just me, their DJ for their day. I'm like, hey, follow me on Instagram. Anything you need, holla at me. Like, I'm open to you guys. You have my direct number. Like, reach out with anything, whether it's about music, whether it's about. I ended up helping one of my couples so much that she's like, "Wow, you basically did more than my planner did." And it was like I had to throw a little flex in there, but I'm like, wow, it's those reactions like they're like. I'm not looking for it, but the fact that I gave that naturally meant a lot. And that's what I will continue to do.
I love it, bro. Well, man, anyone that gets to have the privilege of having you as their DJ/MC is really lucky, man. So very excited for anyone watching this to potentially
MC
rock
JERREN.
with you, man. Yeah, MC JERREN. Woo! But my brother, thank you so much, man.
It, man. Great to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching another curated conversation. Thank you.